Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I want to talk about the dark pool price for AMC, and this time we actually have some solid proof as one of the orders slipped through the net and was reflected on a lit exchange. So stay tuned and let's make some money. But before I dive into the video, be sure to sign up with Moomoo using the special Thomas James Investing promotion. Not only do you get a free stock worth up to $350, and not only do you get a second free stock with a guaranteed value of $50, but you also get a third free stock with another guaranteed value of $30 on top of that. So that's at least $80 in guaranteed free stocks, which you could sell and use to purchase 2 entirely free shares of AMC just for signing up with Moomoo and depositing some cash, linked in the description below. And now I want to dive straight in with the key information. So, at the moment there's only been rumours of the price discrepancy between the lit exchanges and the dark pool. We've heard and seen many rumours from Lou, some other people in the community, and also from the Pyth network that estimated the AMC price on the dark pool is at some points maybe $800 a share, or $5,000 to $10,000 a share, or sometimes maybe as low as $45 to $50 a share. But so far it's only been those rumoured prices. But yesterday we had a tweet from Stephanie Kammerman saying, "Attention all apes, check out this 10,000 share trade that went off yesterday on AMC at $64 per share. Hashtag dark pool, hashtag price discrepancy." So from this screenshot we can see that there was an order placed at 28 minutes past 4 for 10,000 shares of AMC at $64 a share on the NQNX exchange. Now you might say, well, that could have just been an altered screenshot on one specific platform, for example. But there's also been many screenshots at the same time showing the exact same thing. Here's another screenshot showing the exact same 10,000 shares at $64 a share at 28 past 4. This, I think, comes from Webull. Again, we've got another screenshot here from Unusual Whales showing that $64 a share for 10,000 shares at the same time as well. And then finally, we have a fourth source, which I think is from E-Trade, again, showing 10,000 shares at $64 a share for a total price of $640,000. Now, while this isn't showing an absolutely massive price of $5,000 to $10,000 a share right now at the moment, it is showing that there is verifiable price discrepancy between the lit exchanges and the dark pool. Maybe the real price in the dark pool is $5,000 a share, and this is just one lucky trade that managed to sneak in significantly below that, or unlucky trade because it was picked up and accidentally slipped the net and was shown on the lit exchanges. All I see is some verifiable proof of price manipulation in the AMC stock. And now I also want to talk about some brilliant news for AMC, which is that the Utah District Court again rules in favour of Overstock.com. Now, a hedge fund has actually been recently trying to sue Overstock.com for attempting to issue a crypto dividend to its shareholders. Obviously, the hedge fund realised that this would massively expose all of the naked shorting that's been going on in Overstock.com, and therefore attempted to sue them to try and shut it down. But on September 20th, 2021, the United States District Court for the District of Utah ruled in favour of Overstock.com. In a 32-page memorandum decision and order, the District Court dismissed with prejudice the securities class action lawsuit filed by Mangrove Partners Fund. Back in 2020, the District Court granted Overstock's motion to dismiss the plaintiff's first complaint, but subsequently allowed the plaintiff to file a second complaint. Although, again, Overstock argued that the second complaint should be dismissed in its entirety, and the District Court agreed. Now, obviously, at the moment, AMC can't issue a crypto dividend because they aren't a profit-generative company, and you can only issue an actual dividend if you do generate profit. However, I don't think there's any restriction on AMC distributing cryptocurrency or distributing NFTs to their shareholders in a similar way that they distribute free popcorn to their shareholders. It wouldn't necessarily be a dividend, it'd just be a distribution of free cryptocurrency or NFTs to each and every individual shareholder per each and every individual share that they own. And this would once and for all expose the true extent of the naked shorting in AMC. AMC would obviously have to gather up all of the individual shareholders or all of the individual shares and figure out who owns those shares, and then distribute the cryptocurrency or NFTs. Now, obviously, AMC can't legally say how many NFTs it had to distribute for each and every individual share out there, but it wouldn't be too difficult to track a specific wallet making cryptocurrency payments or cryptocurrency distributions. I think this, combined with the fact that natural price discrepancy slipped its way through the net onto the lit exchange, is brilliant news for AMC and shows that we're getting one step closer to exposing that manipulation. Now, I also wanted to give you all some words of encouragement coming directly from AMC Bigums. If you're not feeling good right now in AMC, I want you to take a step back, breathe, and read this. Short sellers that are shorting AMC have never been more screwed in their entire lives. AMC short interest is at an all-time high and it's growing each and every day. Loopholes are being closed more and more each and every month. I know you guys are saying that it doesn't feel like it, but listen. When I did my cat system videos, I showed you guys accountability and how it will be held for the first time ever. Short ladder attacks will have to stop. With phase 5 in place, the contracts are now being monitored. Sham closeouts and sham resets are gone. They now need to deposit collateral as well. This makes it costly for market makers instead of having an unlimited supply like they used to. You are now seeing deep in the money calls at $1 on GameStop and $5 deep in the money calls set for 2024 on AMC. And it's because they can't do it on agreements anymore off exchanges. They are now able to track these forms of manipulation to fill the shorts with options. And this is going to be way more costly for them. And every time AMC dips, there is a new wave of retail buying faster than they can short them. As you can see, AMC is the third most bought stock during the dips in September. This means that every time they try and bring us down with shorts, we bring it right back up. And we've seen 2 times since the CAT system went live, over 10 million shares being borrowed on a daily basis. And those are actually being reflected in the Ortex updates rather than obviously being hidden like they used to be. And that shows that it's getting harder and harder to naked shorts. And it shows that they also can't sham reset their shorts as well, so they need to borrow real shares. Everything I've said word for word in my YouTube videos is happening. Guys, watch these videos from AMC Bigums. Now, I also wanted to touch on Evergrande as well. We saw yesterday that the Evergrande stock had a slight recovery because of the potential bailout of onshore Chinese bonds. However, when they obviously failed to make their offshore Chinese bond payments yesterday, we then saw a massive another dip of 11.61%. It looks like the Evergrande stock has just made its final rip before the dip. An Unusual Whales tweeted saying, breaking news, Evergrande stops paying employees and suppliers. I don't think it will be long before employees of Evergrande stop turning up to work if they're not being paid, and that's only going to accelerate the default and bankruptcy of Evergrande. Now, you might also remember this quote from the internal conversation in my video yesterday. It turns out this quote was actually spoken by the President and Chief Operating Officer at Robinhood. Therefore, clearly Robinhood and Citadel were in an absolute mess back in January, and I suspect again in June as well. And I personally think it will be third time the charm when we see Citadel going bankrupt in this third cycle. Now, I also wanted to touch on and talk about the reverse repos. Yesterday we saw the reverse repo limit per party increased from $80 billion per party to $160 billion. This caused a very large rise in the overnight reverse repos to a new all-time high of $1.352 trillion. Now, the thing that I find interesting is that the average utilization per party is only around the $14 to $15 billion level, which increased to around $17 billion. But what that means is that while most of the parties are only utilizing, say, $10 to $15 billion per party, there's a few parties that have already maxed out their utilization at $80 billion each and every day. Because the number of parties didn't increase, but the average utilization jumped up massively. Therefore, there were some parties that were already maxing out that $80 billion and have now probably pushed it all the way towards $160 billion. And what that means is that there's already some US banks and institutions that are very, very over-leveraged and are already very, very close and teetering on the edge of bankruptcy. I personally don't think it will be long until those banks are tippled over the edge by the Evergrande disaster. Guys, be sure to let me know down in the comments below what you think about that dark pool price discrepancy bleeding its way over into the lit exchanges, and also about Overstock recently winning their case to issue a crypto dividend. And also, while you're down there, be sure to sign up to Moomoo using the special Thomas James investing promotion to get 3 free shares. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of my others. Alternatively, subscribe to the channel and ding that notification bell, because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers.